Rashad Penny can absolutely be a star coming up at the next level. Let's welcome in a star for San Diego State. In fact, it's Mikah Holder, their top receiver, joining us now live on Mark and Rich. Mikah, congratulations on another really interesting win. You guys have had a wacko season so far with these delays and all the things that have been thrown at you, and yet you're still 4-0. What do you think these experiences will do for you guys down the road?
These experiences early on are really shaping our team. We're building a lot through these games, like bonding as a team. We're coming more together cohesively, especially in that last game because it was such a struggle in the beginning. And then by the time we came out of the delay, we came out just a stronger, more focused team ready to win. And it's just the same thing through the first 4 games. They've been crazy, but it's been fun so far, and we're all excited in the locker room.
You come out of Oceanside High School, obviously a hometown product. You go to San Diego State. What does it mean to you to see the school in town, with the Chargers departing, becoming what it is right now?
It means a lot. Representing San Diego as a team now it's a great burden for us. It's something that we embrace and we love. That our city is gathering around us, and we're receiving a lot more support. We're happy to put on a show every time we go on the field, and we're hopefully going to keep winning these games to the very end.
Mikah Holder joining us. And Mikah, before we keep going about the now, I do want to step backward in time for just a second and get your thoughts on exactly what the experience was like to go one-on-one with your brother against Stanford a week and a half ago. What kinds of things did you guys say to each other? What was happening down there on the field?
We were talking a lot throughout the game. Probably like every play that we were against each other or lined up whenever we crossed each other's paths in the games, we would just say, just like regular things, like just brother things, just saying what's up. I'd critique him on some plays where I seen him like make a tackle. I'd make sure like he gets the proper form next time. He was just talking to me about some routes and stuff, but it was pretty cool the whole game. It was something I've never experienced, like talking to. I don't know any opponents like that, especially on that level. So it was very fun.
I don't think I've ever seen it either, and you wouldn't know this in the moment that the television broadcast was constantly going from you to your brother to your parents in the stands. And Mikah, the day before the game, your mother came on the show with us, and I made no bones about this. And just because of where you guys live and the roots of your family and everything, it was obvious to me she was rooting for San Diego State that night. Did you feel that way too?
I mean, my family has a history with San Diego State. My older brother played here for 4 years, so they have ties to the school, and they appreciate the program, and they love the winning program that's been built since then. So I knew that my family wanted both of us to do well, but at the end of the day, I think they knew that San Diego State was probably a bigger victory if we won. So it was fun to have them on both of our sides, but kind of lean more towards the home team.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Oceanside born and raised. I mean, you kind of have to lean that way. And you end up having your best day of your career against your brother. I'm sure he was proud of you. I'm sure he was also upset, because now that you have to go to the Thanksgiving table with that. But
right.
Mikah, this game, we fast forward now and talk about Air Force. It was a monsoon on that field. I was up in the booth, and I was so happy to be up there. Just explain it. Describe the scene. Explain what it was like when it got delayed. What was going through your head?
That's funny. That's funny because on the sideline, I was talking to one of the players, and they said something about, like, I wonder what it's like to be in the booth right now. And we were just talking about, like, how nice it probably is up there. But, it was crazy on the field. It was crazy. It was probably the windiest game I've ever played in, but the wind made it just really hard because the rain was coming down and it was coming at your face. But it was just another obstacle that we had to get through. But it turned out for the better because it showed us that we had to persevere through things that we just can't control, and something like that you're not used to from San Diego. So those guys are kind of happy probably that it took a little slow start, but we came back and we finished the way we should.
And Chapman, look, he's been getting this label as a game manager over the past couple of years, but I'm seeing something in him, Stanford, this game, where when you guys need him, he has it. It's a special relationship between a quarterback and a receiver. There's a lot of trust involved there. You've played since you're a true freshman. Every game that he's been a starter. Just talk about him as your quarterback.
Yeah, Christian, even more than the quarterback, just as a friend, Christian's a great guy, so building up to these last 4 years that I've been with him, I just got the trust in him that you just can't doubt. The kid steps up whenever we call on him, and he just proves to be a better quarterback every game.
Mikah, take us inside the locker room. I was fascinated by the way Rocky Long handled the media last week. This program has a history of getting ranked and then losing the next week. And he was very, very clear that he put that on you guys. He said, listen, we're going to tell them what to do, but it's up to you to handle this and not, get excited about press clippings and all of that. So which players really kind of took that baton and ran with it to take the lead?
Yeah. Coach Long was making a real point not to get too high off that Stanford win, because we know in the past year what happens when we were ranked both times and we lost both times back-to-back going into that next week. So just that knowledge and that history he passed on to us and made sure that we were ready to play this week. And even though we came out, a little slow, and he came and told us at our break and told us that we needed to focus, we needed to play better and control the line of scrimmage, and that's what we did in the second half.
Mikah, you've been around Rocky for a long time now. Rocky doesn't allow the praise to last very long. In fact, he gets to work immediately on the next opponent. It's a next game mentality. I understand that. I played for Bill Belichick, and I remember having this feeling sometimes like nothing's enough here. Winning isn't enough. It's never enough. We're always lousy going into the week, and we win, and then you sort of get set back in your place like, yeah, well, there's a lot we could do better. Do you get that same feeling with Rocky?
Yeah, Coach Long, he's a very forward coach. He doesn't want to. He's not all for the hype and stuff. So, after that win, he was very praiseful. But it'll last until that weekend, and then once Monday comes around, then we got to start and focus on the next weekend. It's a good way to coach you, because we don't get all tied up in all of the media from the last win and stuff. We just focus on the next game and take it game by game, because we're trying to win every game, and that's how you got to do it.
Mikah Holder, the lead receiver for the Aztecs, joining us, Mark and Rich Show. Mikah, what is the goal for the rest of the year?
Our goal is always to win the championship, but our secondary goal is to go undefeated, and that's something that we can for sure do. And it starts with NIU this week and then going through our conference play.
Mikah, who's the leader on this team? Like, who's the guy everybody's heads turn to for approval, for guidance, for advice?
I'd say Coach Long for sure, but for the players in the locker room, Chief Antonio Rosales, the head of our line, he's a guy that can really fire us up and inspire us. Whenever he talks, everybody listens. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, it's something that you want to hear.
Mikah, fantastic. You had 2 catches for 46 yards in that monsoon. I got to figure that's kind of equal to about 10 catches for 400 yards in a game in San Diego.
Yeah.
So very impressive. Congratulations on the win. We look forward to talking to you again down the road.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Okay, Mikah Holder, lead receiver for San Diego State, joining us. Mark and Rich, they're 4-0.